I have a serious question for you. Do you have a greater chance of dying from a car accident, by a gun, or an opioid overdose? Drug overdose is the leading cause of accidental death in the United States, and opioid addiction drives this epidemic. Ashley Bodiford is the Director of Prevention for LRADAC, and Robbie Robertson is the organization's Communications Director. So glad to have you guys here.
Thanks, Johnny.
I always love being able to profile what LRADAC does, and you have a Black Balloon Day coming up. Before we get into the details of that, Ashley, Robbie, for viewers who don't know what LRADAC is, you guys are out there to help and rescue and rebuild and do so many great things, but what is LRADAC?
So we're the Substance Misuse Authority for Richland and Lexington counties.
Yeah.
We're one of, how many agencies in
32.
the 32
Wow.
authorities throughout the state of South Carolina. But we primarily focus just on Richland and Lexington County with prevention, intervention, and treatment of substance misuse.
And you guys are holding Black Balloon Day this coming Monday. And this is a time to remember the lives lost, kind of set the scene of what it's going to look like, because it's very powerful.
It is, yes. So each year we recognize Black Balloon Day, like you mentioned, which is a national remembrance day for people that we've lost to overdose, unfortunately. So LRADAC is committed to continuing to provide opportunities to remember those lives and to save lives in the next year to come. So our plan for Monday is to have some speaking moments, but also to have a nice visual display. And we're going to have 219 empty chairs above our hill at the Colonial office. 219 is the number of lives that we lost in 2022 to overdose in our communities in Lexington and Richland.
Let's show the video, because in addition to having all those chairs and the black balloons and the remembering of the lives, you also are going to have Narcan there and fentanyl testing strips, and we see some of that coming up here. This is not just about remembering the lives lost to substance use disorders, but it's also about educating and preventing it from happening to others.
Absolutely.
I think a lot of times, Dondi, with these kind of remembrances or days of where we're talking about an illness or remembering everybody who died, that there's not a call to action. Like, we want people to take this day, why we're here, and move with it.
Yeah.
And so we want to provide an opportunity for people to know about harm reduction techniques such as Narcan and fentanyl test strips to try to get these numbers down, because the numbers year over year went up 25%. And over 2,000 people died of overdose in South Carolina in 2021. And those numbers are just astronomical.
They really are.
Astronomical.
And you know, Robbie, I like, you guys are always so thorough in the information you put out there, but one thing that you let me know about is most young people who overdosed had no prior opioid use history.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's just simply they think, oh, I'll just get that one pill,
Right.
not knowing what all is in that pill.
Absolutely, yes.
So then there is the need for things like the Narcan or the strips.
Yes.
Tell us what you have here.
Yeah, so we brought just a quick display of Narcan, so you can come to any of our LRADAC offices in Lexington or Richland, ask for Narcan. You'll also get a fentanyl strip test kit with that. And this is the box of Narcan. There's 2 doses in this, and we took one out just to show. So it's super easy. If you are with somebody and you think they are experiencing an opioid overdose, you just take that out. It's ready to go. Nothing has to open. You insert that nasal into a nostril, and it's just one quick depress, and it shoots up. You don't have to push the nostril down. And if the individual seems to need another dose, you just do it in the opposite nostril for the next dose.
Such good information.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I always hear about Narcan, but I've never actually held it in my hand, looked at it, and known what it was.
Yes, definitely.
Let's give our viewers the information.
Sure.
This is going to be Black Balloon Day, remembering the lives of lost to substance use disorders. That's going to be Monday, March 6th. It will be held on the Hill by LRADAC's parking lot at 2711 Colonial Drive in Columbia. The program begins at 10 a.m. The memorial installation, though, is going to be open to the public until 3 p.m. And so if somebody can't get there at 10, although we hope they do because of all the wonderful information that will be available, but you guys are leaving that up for the day.
Yeah, absolutely. We want people to drive by. I mean, again, you know, you think of 219 chairs, 219 people. These are 219 moms, dads, sisters, brothers, children. Like, these were people, and we want people to really, really take home the impact of what this day is about.
I like that. I am amazed, though, when I do say, like, when you look at your stats, Are you more afraid of dying in a car accident?
Yeah.
Being shot by a gun?
Yeah.
The numbers are greater for the drug use.
They are.
And the death from it.
Absolutely.
So you guys, thanks so much for what you're doing at
Thank you.
Loretta.